Welcome to Anything But with your host, Elaine Romanelli. I'm not 100% sure that this is coming live to you. This is the first ever attempt to stream on multiple platforms. Take two. Welcome to Anything But with your host, Elaine Romanelli. As you can see, we're starting a couple minutes late because this is the first ever attempt to stream to multiple platforms simultaneously. So I think we're live on Facebook, and I think we may also be live on the YouTube and also Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of really wonderful things about you. Boy, it has been a really very, very difficult century this week, hasn't it? As many of you know, this show is purposefully diversionary and light. So I'm still not sure it's the right call to be here today. I'm hoping it is. My intent is to replenish and uplift because I personally am utterly unable to be a light when I feel frozen, when I let the weight of all that is wrong in the world take me down into inaction. And we need every light. We need every single one of us. So, I'm here. I hope you're here too. Let's create 30 minutes of space with one another, for one another, with a lot of talking and a little singing. I have my phone here. I am new to how the chat goes via this interface. So I have also got it up open here on my computer. Somewhere there's a dashboard that says where the chat is. Let's see if we can figure that out. Chat. Opening. Open in browser. If this doesn't work, then we will switch back to Facebook, and we will definitely stream live at another time. If it does work, Chris, it doesn't seem to be working. Is it working? It's live now. It is live now. Okay, that's good. Hello. We need every light. Oh, yay, it's working. Yay, fantastic. Hello, Tracy. Hello, JT. Hello, DG. I'm so glad you're here. I can see your comments on Facebook. So at very least, we are streaming live on Facebook, and that is good enough for me. I'm trying to learn and grow with every episode. And if I don't this week, that's okay. It's okay. So I can see your comments here on the Facebook, and I'm so happy you're with me. For anyone who is, hello Shira, nice to see your name and face there. So trying some new things. Maybe we're streaming live on multiple platforms, maybe we're not. This is Anything But, and for those of you new to the show, this is a stream of consciousness conversation with myself and any of you who care to join me. If you don't want to join in the conversation and you just want to lurk and listen, totally fine. You are extremely welcome. If you want to join in the conversation, post comments. I will check both Facebook and Restream. It may take me a little longer today, but I have the pages open and I can see your comments flowing through. Hello, Rachel from London. Thank you so much for joining us. It is so nice to see your face here. And imagine your accent, which I cannot do. As you know, I do a terrible, terrible, terrible British accent. Hello, governor! I know, offensive, horrible. I was explaining that I don't know what I'm doing today, which is true. Hello, yay! I see your comment here on the Restream dashboard. And so what I'm going to do is just combine these two next to each other. See if that works. It may not. Learning as I go. Did not work. That's okay. So I'm just going to explain for anyone who is new that it's a conversation with myself, and it's old-fashioned pondering. So every week I come up with an idea, something that I've genuinely been thinking about. But I don't look it up. I don't do what most of us do now, which is like go to the Googs and like learn about it through the intertubes. I just ponder. I just wonder, and I kind of let my mind wander, and it goes where it goes. And so it's the old-fashioned kind of pondering. You are welcome to look it up, but just know that I haven't. I haven't looked it up. I'm just letting my mind wander. We've done this. This is our 6th episode now. So far, we've pondered mayonnaise, the letter Q, sherbet, the bicycle, wicker, and the squeegee. And all those prayer episodes are on my Facebook page, and I've also popped them into a YouTube link, which has the Anything But theme song. So I will pop those in the comments at the end. So if you are watching from YouTube and you want to see all the prayer episodes and you just don't want to go on Facebook, there are links there too. All right, so I promise some singing, and there will be singing at the end. Promise. Today we are pondering cargo pants. I don't have a strong... DG says, irresponsible ponderings. Oh no, what happened? Don't go to that other page. Come back to my feed. So the downside of streaming on multiple platforms at this particular moment, until I figure out how to do this a different way, is that I can't see the comments on my phone. I can only see them on the computer. Stephen, hello. Ponder and wander, but why would it not be pander? Why would we not combine the words in that way? We do have a meaning for pander already, and it's not that positive. But that's an excellent point. DG says, Elaine Romanelli, irresponsible ponderings for the world's enjoyment since 2020. Anywho, right. So, Karina, hey, you're on YouTube. It's a little more live than Facebook. I had both running, and this one is ahead of Facebook. That is super cool to know. Karina, thank you for checking in via YouTube. That's super cool. Okay, scope creep already! Cargo pants. I have a lot of curiosity about cargo pants. First of all, who owns a pair? Do you have a pair of cargo pants? And are they cargo pants or are they cargo shorts? That's my first question. My second question is, because I feel like cargo pants are on one end of the extreme in terms of garments and what garments have to offer. Cargo pants have an excess of a thing that I do feel very strongly about, which is pockets. I feel very strongly about pockets. But cargo pants have so many pockets that I think if I were to wear cargo pants, I would perpetually be losing where I'd put things in what pocket. And some of them are quite sizable. And so I get that I'm guessing, since I didn't look it up, that they were originally designed for people that are active and outdoors. Robert Nichols says, I've only ever had carpenter shorts. Are those close enough? Carpenter shorts, are those the ones where you put the hammer in the loop? I don't know. I think the pockets are a key component of cargo pants. What do you guys think? Kind of goes together, and they have to be the Velcro, right? So that you can get easy access to the pockets, but they stay closed so you can put things in them that don't fall out. I did have a little fantasy where, if you put your snack bars down by your ankles, the squirrels would absolutely be smart enough to come get them out of there and eat them. That's where my mind went. Anyway, what was my point? I had a point. The hammer. Yes. JT says, when I turned 40, I was issued cargo shorts by the government and compelled to drive only a Toyota. I would believe that. I would, especially, living upstate. Carol Cornfield, hello, nice to see you on the Book of Face. And I'm also checking on YouTube, where we are also live. Hey, look, here are all the comments in one feed. I am loving this. Actual Bob, known to the show as Actual Bob, says, never once did he carry a hammer in the hammer shorts. What are they called? I've already forgotten what they're called. Pockets are key, right? But I feel like cargo shorts maybe take them a little too far, cargo pants. Some of those pockets are big enough that if you're camping, you could put the whole camp stove in there. But then every step you take, the camp stove is clanging against your your calf. And that feels uncomfortable, I would think. But then again, like you're walking, you want your water bottle, it's in your backpack. That seems quite awkward to always stop and get it out. So I like the idea, but I just wonder about that distribution of weight all over your legs. Like, is it gonna get you chafing in the inner thigh-ish area? That's a consideration of mine. Hey Marie, nice to see you. Hey Bettina. Bettina says, I have a khaki pair of cargo pants, but they look funny. Like the pockets, like the pockets button instead of closing with Velcro, right? So I feel like that's sort of the worst of both worlds in some ways, right? So like you have lots of pockets and they kind of look funny on you because now things are in them sticking out from your body at odd angles. But then you can't just go and reach in and get something. You have to fumble with the button. And I feel like those buttons, like either the button tears off really easily, it's not sewn on very well, or the hole that the button is in isn't sewn very well, so then the thing rips. So I don't know. So I'm super, super, super into pockets. And I have a beef with all of clothing manufacturing at how few pockets there are in many women's clothing. I have so many pairs of pants that have weird pockets, non-existent pockets. Tracy says, with respect to Bettina's comments, she's more into buttons than the Velcro. Buttons rock. So I would love to hear more about that, Zichka, what it is about the pockets or the buttons which makes it work better. Anywho, yeah, I have a pair of pants that have very visible, clearly defined pockets that are zippers. But if you look inside the pants, there's definitely not anything to unzip. Like there's no zipped up pocket. Because you know how sometimes you buy a pair of pants or skirt and they're just sewn shut and you forget and you just walk around for a year thinking, why don't these pockets work? And then one day like it rips and you're like, oh, there's a legit pocket that I could have been using this whole time. No, these pants don't have that. They're just zippers. It's a zipper to nowhere. Yes, it is. And yes, that is a great song. And yes, I did write that song already. It goes like this. Zipper to nowhere. I got a zipper to nowhere. Zipper to nowhere. I got a zipper to nowhere. And then there's a B section. And in the middle of that section, it goes, what's beyond the van? There's a story that goes with that song. Anyway, the point is, Rachel says, I knew a guy with a fear of buttons, like a proper phobia. So in that case, you would want the cargo pants or the cargo shorts, definitely with that's shorthand for Velcro. You guys are talking amongst each other so fast. I cannot keep up, which is so awesome. And you're talking on multiple platforms. Are you able to see each other, I wonder? DG is on YouTube, and Bettina and AB and Rachel are on the Facebook, although Rachel was on YouTube, so I don't know what's going on. Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. The point is, what was the point? Cargo pants. Right. So then I think if you know how to allocate your pockets effectively, they can be a great asset, cargo pants, right? Like if you put things in the legs, like tissues, pockets of tissues, or packets of tissues in your pockets. So they're not too clangy and you don't need them too much. Although I tend to put my tissues in my special pocket, which is, just the space where the bra. Does anyone else do that? Am I the only one that uses that little space? Yes? No? Does this count as the singing portion of the show? My Zipper to Nowhere song? No. That was a little bonus extra special experience. Zipper to nowhere. I got a zipper to nowhere. It's kind of catchy, right? Zipper to nowhere. But I have 2 zippers to nowhere that could be pockets, but they're not. So I admire cargo pants. I really like the idea of cargo pants, like all those pockets, a plethora of pocketry. Pockets for miles, pockets for days, pockets for everything. They're little pockets and big pockets, and they're the pockets that have the extra fabric so it can bulk out a little bit, and that's kind of ingenious, right? But I don't know that I would actually wear cargo pants because I think that, oh no, what did I do? I refreshed and now the chat is gone. Things I do not understand for a million. By Elaine. Okay, I don't know what's happening there. Do not know. Restream, Help Center, Chat, Dashboard, Chat, Open in Browser. Is the chat back? Maybe not. Hard to say. I think every time a new message comes in. Okay, Sichka says the bra pocket is great, right? And Marie says, you love the Zipper to Nowhere song. Thank you. And you have cargo and carpenter's pants. High five, Marie, for having both. Do you ever put a hammer in the carpenter's pants? Because that's the thing, then it slams against your leg all the time. I feel like if you're sitting working on a project, then you have the hammer there on the table already, or in the toolbox with the other tools. And if you're not sitting working at the table, then maybe you don't want it swinging around. I would rather have it coming from a whole tool belt that's cinched around my waist and is gonna maybe not thwack me mid-thigh, but I'm really not sure. Okay. I'm so excited that you guys are tuning in for More Than One Place. And also, I definitely need some remedial training about how to manage more than one place simultaneously. Karina has a link to a podcast that talks about pockets, which I love, and she has popped that in the chat for anybody that is interested in that. So definitely look for that. Okay. And Maria says, you have put a hammer in them. It's useful when you're up in a ladder. That's what it's for. It's for when you're up on the ladder. See, that never occurred to me. Now I know. Anyway, so cargo pants. In theory, I adore them. In practice, I do not own them, and I do not wear them. Because also, I feel like they're not that generously cut in the hipple area, in the hips. And one thing I have been generously blessed with is hips. And so, yeah, and then you put the pockets in, and then the pants stretch out in odd angles. I just end up carrying a fanny pack or a backpack or a purse or a bunch of extra stuff instead of putting all the things in the pockets. But I do absolutely positively, with every cell of my being, believe that all clothing should have pockets in it. All of it. No faux pockets. No zippers to nowhere. And you know the little tiny ones that are sort of decorative in the front, and you can fit the first knuckles of your first two fingers in? What are you supposed to put in there? A stick of gum? Who needs one stick of gum that badly that you would make a pocket for it? You can put that in your bra pocket, right? I mean, not everybody has a bra pocket, but everybody's got some place to put a stick of gum. You know, in the olden days, if you had a cigarette, you'd tuck it behind your ear, right? There's a place in your body to put one stick of gum. Those pockets, what's the point of a pocket where you can only get this much in? I don't get it. The best place to put a pocket is in a dress, right? You got that swingy fabric, and then you put your hands in, and then you can chill and rest and sometimes store things. My favorite pockets are the ones that are this way instead of this way. I love that the this way pockets, there's a name for this, right? Sideway, angle, diagonal pockets. Someone out there makes clothing. Rachel, you probably know the names for things that I don't. David wants a unitard with pockets, and I say, why not? You shall have it. Yes, I affirm your unitard with pockets. Right, so the ones that go this way, they're great for just putting your hands in and warming up, or I just don't know what to do with my hands, and I'm at this thing and I just want to chill. But they're not great for storing things, and I'm always carrying stuff around 100% of the time. So I always want some place to put something. And even those workout pants, they have the little pocket, and you can kind of half fit your phone in there. But now there are some new ones where they have it on the leg, and it's really well constructed, and you can put your whole cell phone in there, and I think that's better. So I like a pocket where you can put your hands in there, but you could also store a thing in there and then carry the thing in the pocket and know that when you return to your dwelling place, the thing that you put in the pocket will still be there. Instead of maybe it will have fallen out of that little angly space. Rachel says, yes, I'm going to quote you on this. I put on my fella's jeans by mistake and was blown away by how big the pockets were, right? They're just a lot more space. The pockets in quote unquote designed for male jeans are bigger than the pockets in designed for women jeans, which is ridiculous because we carry so much more stuff around. Mostly because it's smart to carry a bunch of stuff around because you want to be prepared to have contingencies. You want tissues and gum and all the things. AB says women's pockets can fit less than half of a switch light, whereas men's pockets can fit a whole switch. I don't know what a switch is. A switch light. Is that a blade? Is it a brand? Is it a kind of... Have you guys seen that show called, I think it's called Under a Rock? Life Under a Rock? It's by a comedian whose name sounds like the name of a famous Tibetan monk, but isn't. Tig Notaro. And she interviews celebrities, so she doesn't watch a lot of TV or movies. And I don't either, but I watch more than she does. And she interviews celebrities and genuinely does not know who they are. Like Julie Bowen from Modern Family was on there. And, you know, it might take me a minute to come up with her name, but I recognize her face. I have seen that show. I know that she was also on that show with the guy, and the guy had Ed. Was it called Ed? Was it called Ed? The guy that had the name, the one name show, and there was a bowling alley. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That existed, right? I didn't make that up. I feel like I didn't make that up. Yes. Yeah, Karina says she's seen it. It's such a great show. It's obviously got some sort of Amazon tie-in because they ask Siri questions. They don't do it the right way, though. Yes. Michelle Bowen. Ed, I thought her name was... Oh, now is it Lisa? Linda? I don't know. Julie Bowen. I thought her name was Julie. Anywho. Yeah. AB says he hates having stuff in his pockets. You always carry a bag. Interesting. Okay, but here's the thing. Wait, before I forget. I'm doing it already! Scope creep! Life Under a Rock or Under a Rock or whatever it's called. It's great because you see these celebrities that are so used to being fawned over. And she's so charming, Tig Notaro, and so gracious, but she just genuinely has no idea who they are. It's kind of cool. Anyhow, I feel like that a lot. Like I'm not quite like that, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't know who they are. Or I can't remember the name. Like, thank you, everybody in the chat who's saying the bowling alley lawyer. The show was called Ed. There was a bowling alley. He was a lawyer. And it was Julie Bowen in it. Like, often I'll point at something and be like, that's the show with that guy that was in the show with the other guy, with the woman. Remember, with the hair? And in my head, it makes perfect sense. Perfectly clear, perfectly connected. But anyone trying to follow that conversation would be like, you need to give me some shred of additional information for me to have any idea who you're talking about or what the show would have been. Anywho, pockets. See, I leave myself breadcrumbs. I found my way back. Here's the thing. Yes, you may not always choose to use your pockets, and that is one of the many reasons I don't own cargo pants, because even though I wholeheartedly endorse the idea of that many pockets, a plethora, an abundance of pockets, I think that they're positioned in such a way that I would not find them as useful as they theoretically are to me. But I reserve the right to own the pockets. I would like a pocket that I don't have to clip onto my body. I have a very sad fanny pack. It's very old and frayed, and it doesn't fit on any part of my body, much less my fanny. Ooh, American fanny. Not British fanny. That's important distinction. Important distinction. Just like we talked about pants one time, right? Like, are you wearing pants? British or American? Important distinction. So we're talking about the American fanny when we say fanny pack. I just want to have the pockets in my clothes already. No zippers to nowhere. None of the pockets with the tiny fingers. And I like the sideways ones if all I want to do is put my hands in there. But it'd be really nice to have every single pair of pants. And most skirts and dresses have a solid pocket. Either with a... That wasn't a good ripping sound, was it? What's a good Velcro sound? I need better Velcro sounds. Or a button. So what do you guys think about snaps? Where do you stand on snaps? Like, in the order of things? Are you button first? Let's say button is 1, Velcro is 2, and snap is 3. Are you a 1 button, 2 Velcro, or 3 snap? Pop it in the chat. DG says the sound is shh. And JT says, be careful with my fanny. I learned that the hard way once. Yes, fanny. I'm in a composers group. And when we were coming up with the name, we have a very dignified name. But of course, me being me, my suggestion was that we call ourselves the fanny pack. But that was not well received. Anyway, the only person here who's genuinely horrified at this moment, I think, is Rachel. I'm sorry. Actual Bob says, are they metal snaps or plastic snaps? Well, okay. I hadn't considered, because they're different, right? The metal snaps really right in there, and the plastic ones are a little more like not as secure. So JT says 1, 3, 2. So we're going with button, snap, and then Velcro as the middle. I'm gonna say any snap for now, because theoretically you should be able to make a plastic snap that like really gets in there, right? But I feel like what happens is they're a little less deep, and the divots don't, because metal will contract onto itself, she says, not remembering anything about properties of metal from high school, which is the last time she probably took a class about that. What did I take in college? I took statistics, past no clue. There's a whole story about that. Scope creep, it's happening! Okay, here's the votes. The votes are coming in. We've got a vote for button number 1. We've got, are they metal snaps or plastic snaps? We've got, for pockets, zippers, which is not one of my categories, which, thank you, DG, of course, they should be on there. For outerwear, snaps. For dress shirts, buttons, and a big fan of the button fly. I'm a big fan of the zipper, not the button fly. Karina says, a quiet pocket button in case you need to be sneaky. Oh, I like that. That's fabulous. Marie says button, then snap, and then Velcro. Oh, Marie, you bring up a great point. Don't like the Velcro because dust, dirt, fibers, hair, etc. gets stuck on Velcro. That is an excellent point. But then you get that sound, which I do kind of like, pet hair. Okay, Tracy says metal button or metal zipper only. No snaps, no plastic, no Velcro. So cargo pants are just right out unless they are specially custom made, because don't they almost all have the and my time is up. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, it's 3:31. What happened? Thank you, AB. You're absolutely right. We did have a solid Tech 10 at the top of the program today. For anyone who's just joining now, this is Anything But with your host, Elaine Romanelli. We had a false start at the beginning where we had the camera upside down and possibly backwards. I'm really not sure. We are streaming live for the first time ever on multiple platforms. We are on YouTube, and we are on the Book of Face, and we are also on Twitch. I'm brand new to the Twitch community, so hello, any Twitchers, Twitchies, Twitchites, Twitchorners, Twitchers? I really don't know. Any Twitch community members? Hello. If there's even one of you out there, I will feel over the moon excited. And this show is a stream of consciousness conversation with myself and all of you about anything. Just as a little space from whatever we're all going through, which every week right now is a lot. There's a lot. I'm so thrilled that you're all joining me and each other in the conversation in the comments. Yes, so we do this every week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. I say that because I want it to last. I love the long evenings. We're still on this side of the summer solstice, which means the days are still getting longer, which I just adore. And this is our 6th episode, you guys. High five, 6 episodes. Go team. Thank you so many of you who've been with me since the very beginning. And I love all of your comments and your wit and your charm and your generosity. You're just the best. Hugs to all of you. Every previous episode is online. It's on Facebook, and you don't need an account to watch it. And the list of them is on YouTube, and I will pop that in the comments. Let's see. I should be able to do that right now. Let's find out. And we are over today because somebody could not find any documentation about how to test the technology. So I didn't. Anyway, so I just went with it, and here we are. So this is the link to list every episode so far. There, it's popped in the chat. Dun dun dun! Okay. I did say that I would sing a wee little song every week by request. Many of you know me primarily as a singer. AB says, can you watch Twitch on your Switch? I don't know what a Switch is. Sure. Let's say it's it could be, a Switch could be so many things, right? I mean, Switchblade. I'm assuming it's a brand. To me, it sounds like a skateboard. And it sounds like the kind of skateboard that's motorized and has lights and like effects. And you're on your Switch and you're like swishing around on your Switch. Doesn't that sound like what a Switch is? So yeah, I guess you could have like your headphones on, which seems a little dangerous. And you could have your iPhone on, which also seems a little dangerous. Or you could have those Google glasses on. You could be watching it and still look like you're seeing things and skateboarding on your Switch, if that's what a Switch is. Truly, I do not know. Karina says, I can't find you on Twitch, so we may not be on Twitch. Things go wrong when you try new technology, is what happens. But I'm so glad you looked for me there. I may have to... A Switch is a gaming device, says Marie. Thank you. Sorry, Twitch people who aren't here with us, because apparently I didn't set it up correctly. Anywho, I said I would do a song. Oh, dagnabbit. I think I forgot to bring an additional keyboard. We'll just find one online. Keyboard, piano. There's so many things online. Oh no, I mean like online one. Online. Free. Look at that. The tubes. Virtual piano. Loading. Loading. Look at that. That's so nice. I appreciate that very much. Okay. What else do I want to say? Oh, last week we had a very special event. We had a guest, our first ever guest, our longtime contributor, AB, Actual Bob was on the show. He will recur. He will be there again. We were going to have a special guest today, and then for world reasons, that is not happening, but that special guest will definitely be on in the future, and that will be a super big treat. And we're going to keep trying to figure out this streaming on multiple platforms thing. It will always reside on Facebook and on YouTube, minimum. Maybe we can get to Twitch. Maybe we can get to Twitter. Who knows what is going to happen? And I'm sorry about running over today, and I'm sorry about the tech trouble in the beginning. I forgot already what I was doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm singing. I said I would. I did promise a little singing. This is sort of a sending forth song, now that I feel like we have a little space that we've created together with each other. So this is for you to tuck in your pocket and pull out as you need it. I have needed it a lot this week. I wrote this song a long time ago, but it stays true. So this is called One Small Drop. I am one small drop, and oh, how vast the waters look from here. As far as I can see, nothing is in motion. But I have heard that even one small drop can cause a ripple, send its tiny wake out into the ocean. So I'll be one small drop, and hope its tiny ripple joins a million more from drops like mine to cause enough commotion to move the massive ocean. There you go. One small drop. Blessings upon all of you who have joined me today. And Actual Bob says this is one of my favorite Elaine Romanelli songs. And DG says, singing harmony in PA. I know you know that song. Thank you for spreading that throughout the world. That is a song for which there is sheet music, and it's recorded. If it's a song you like, I will help you use it in your community in whatever way is meaningful and useful for you. Thank you so much, you guys. I feel better. I feel better being with all of you. I hope you feel better being with me too. And let's keep doing this. Let's keep showing up with each other and for each other. And if you're tuning in later, you're part of the community too. And we're happy you're here too, even if you're not here with us. Thank you so much to everyone who is spreading the word. We keep getting more and more people watching after the fact. So people are sharing and spreading and we're sending our little ripple forth in that way, our little anything but community. So, mwah! Blessings upon you all. Hearts, from my heart to the center of my heart to all of your hearts, may you have peace and light and space and go forth and be a light to one another and for one another. Never think that your light is not enough. It is needed. We need every one of you, and I am so grateful for the lights that all of you are already shining. So, enough talk! We'll meet back here next Wednesday, 3 p.m. EDT. Rachel, thank you for joining us from London. And Bob, thanks for joining us from Southern California. And DJ, thanks for joining us from Pennsylvania. Oh, sorry, had to. You know I'm from Pennsylvania as well. And thank you, everyone. And I will see you for Anything But episode 7 in 1 week. Okay.